do you have any sealed games in your collection? I recently watched a video from Steve Craig Retro Games. I'll link him down in the description. And he was going over his most expensive sealed games. I don't have a ton of sealed games. I don't have any that are really expensive. And they're all just ones that I hadn't gotten around to, or I already have loose and have no intention of opening. Most of them, though, I plan on opening. There's a couple of them I'll go over and specify why these ones aren't getting opened. First one that I've got is going to be Kung Food for the Atari Lynx. Shrink wrapped, has a hang tab. I got this in a Do You Even 80s Bro box. It's a group I stream with on Twitch called Scanline Heroes, and they used to do something where you could use your channel points and redeem them for a box, and they'd fill it full of retro goodies, games, VHS tapes, old action figures and stuff. It was really cool, but this came from them. Never opening it. I don't have a Lynx, and even if I did, I wouldn't open it because it's one of those special gifts, from friends. So I just think it's cool and funny, and it's a bit of a joke because a guy on the channel played through it, I think he did a no death run or a 1cc run. But Kung Food for the Atari Lynx, sealed. Dark Star 1 for the Xbox 360. I had this on Steam, saw this cheap, picked it up, and kept thinking, I'm going to get around and I'm going to play it on the 360, and I haven't, and I own it digitally on the 360 as well, so there's no need to open this one. I think it's a pretty cool space sim. From what I played for a few hours on the PC, you can go take different profession routes while you're going around the galaxy trying to collect items to help upgrade your ship. But you can do trades, you can do piracy, you can do combat. Pretty fun. I need to get around to actually finishing this one day, but yeah, this one I don't see an opening because I've got it digitally in other means, but I just thought it was a cool game and it was cheap, and I picked it up years ago. Super Battle Tank for the Game Gear. Yeah, I got this in a video game loot box, and then I got it again. So I've got a duplicate and it's sealed. If somebody's is a sealed collector and is looking for it, let me know, because I got this one, and then I got the Jungle Book for the Game Gear, sealed. I've actually wondered about opening them to take the guts out, because I have some boxes for some other games that might be better for these, like Shining Force. Got one more Game Gear game, Caesar's Palace. I actually got two of these. These were both in a video game loot box, and I was busy and wasn't able to update my list and whatnot, so they sent the same game twice. Not their fault, mine. Couple more from a video game loot box, but for the Wii U. Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. I don't really know anything about it. Now, the first game, or the original game, is supposed to be a lot of fun, so maybe we'll get around to it one day. Ninja Gaiden 3 for the Wii U. Again, this is from a retro box. Don't think this one is all that popular. Probably why there was a bunch of sealed copies to be had lying around. And actually, there's a game I forgot to grab. That one came in a box as well, is Zombie U for the Wii U. A game I just picked up for the Xbox 360, Carrier Command. Saw it at the local retro shop. Didn't know anything about it. It was $15 for it new. And I was like, you know what? I can give it a shot. Had some credit. So this one I'm going to open. This one's getting opened. I'm planning on playing it hopefully before the end of the year, and if not, it'll be early next year. It might be the game for my 360 for the 14 console challenge. Here's one I got from a buddy. iNinja sealed. This was, I don't know how many years ago. 5 or 6 years at least, I think. And I just never got around to opening it and playing it. Maybe I'll get around to it one day. I don't know. But don't really know much about it. I mean, looks like it'll be cool from the back. But iNinja for the GameCube. Now we've got 3 games for the Sega Master System from Tectoy. Wimbledon, which it's in really rough shape. This packaging is coming off all over. And I think I just picked these up because the prices were good and I didn't have them in my collection. So we got Wimbledon, tennis, watch the ball go back and forth. Or in the instance for most tennis games, it's watch it go back and forth, up and down, not left and right. Disney's The Jungle Book. Another one by Tech Toy. Again, found these in a lot. It's a good price. Didn't have them in the collection, so I added them. So we got The Jungle Book. Then we got Desert Speed Trap, starring Wile E. Coyote. And The Roadrunner. Yeah, just like I said, didn't have them in the collection. Now I've got them sealed. Maybe I'll open them one day, maybe not, I don't know. The last one for the Master System is Zaxxon 3D. I actually had a second copy of the sealed, and I sold or traded, I don't remember which. But when I was heavily collecting for the Master System, I was buying a bunch of lots, and somehow I got 2 sealed copies of Zaxxon 3D, which is actually a pretty cool 3D game for the Sega Master System with the goggles. So sometimes you're just collecting and things come along, and like I've got it loose. I'll hold on to it for a while. Maybe I'll sell it. I don't know. I'm not a sealed collector. I don't have a ton of them, but there's Zaxxon 3D. We got Desert Strike for the Sega Genesis. This is in a cardboard box. I picked this up at Sigi, not this past year, but the year before. I've got this loose, and actually it's right here. Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, and Urban Strike. Those 3 aren't in alphabetical, but they're all the Strike series, so they're together. But Desert Strike was the first game that I got for my Sega Genesis as a kid. I'll try to link a video up there recreating the Christmas I got this, because I got this Desert Strike before I got the Sega Genesis, and Mom ripped it out of my hands and told me that I couldn't open it. But Desert Strike, it just holds a special place in my heart because it was the first game I got. It was a game I know that my dad picked out for me. He's been gone for over 20 years, and you know, it's a way of reconnecting with him. Desert Strike, great series. I wish that they would make a new one in it, or even like, I'm not huge on remasters, but just a remaster for the Strike series I think would be pretty cool. Let's get to it, EA. Yeah, they don't do that. And the last one, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Game Gear. It's probably one of the easiest games in existence that you can find sealed, because it came with the Sega Game Gear at one point. I probably had 3 or 4 of these loose in my collection at one point in time as I was picking up Game Gear games in lots. You know, almost every one of them included Sonic 2. But this was sent to me by a friend of the channel for Twitch, and that was several years ago as well. Because of that connection, Sonic 2 will never go, because it's a great reminder of, hey, there are cool people out there. Because I think it was the first time the guy was in the channel, first or second time, and I think I was actually playing Sonic 2 on the Master System. I kind of thought he was kidding. I was like, yeah, here's a place where you can send it. And lo and behold, it showed up, and it was in a protective case. It's the only Game Gear game I have in a protective case, but it has a special meaning to me. It was really cool of him to send this, and so it's one of the cherished things in my collection. You know, along with Desert Strike, similar reason. One of the few games I actually have the protectors for, because I don't want to deal with the protectors when I'm trying to play the games. But yeah, those are the sealed games I've got for my collection. There's not a bunch of them. There's nothing really special rarity-wise, but there's a couple of them in here that are really special to me just because of nostalgia and sentimental reasons, and that's okay. Most of them I'll probably play if I get around to it. And if I don't get around to it, then they might just leave the collection because they don't need to be in there. Like Wimbledon, if it hadn't come with the other 2 games that were sealed, then I don't think I would have gotten it at all. And so why am I holding on to it if it's a game I don't really even want? Although it's got the Sega Special sticker. Makes it special, right? Right? It says right there on the package, Sega Special. It's special on the Sega. Oh, here, we're going to have lots of fun with this one. Yeah. Thanks everyone who made it this far. Appreciate everyone watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun jazz. Hope everyone's having a good one. Hoping everyone's fall is going well. The trees are starting to lose some leaves here. There's so many evergreens that like half of the wooded areas stay green and the other half start changing colors. It's interesting to see. creates a little bit more yard work, but what are you going to do? What about you? Do you collect sealed games? Do you have any sealed games in your collection just because you haven't gotten around to them? And that's okay, because this isn't including any Xbox One or Switch sealed games I have, because I haven't gotten around to them. And there's probably more combined of those two than all of these, just because it's the current stuff and you find it on sale for a good price, and I haven't gotten around to it. Thanks again, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good October. Have a happy Halloween. Stay safe. Let's welcome in November. Hopefully it'll start getting cool again, getting out of the 80s down here. But everyone, take care, have fun, be kind to one another, stay safe, keep retro, God bless. Retro or 360. And we'll catch you later. And